welcome. In this video I'm going to cover hints and tips for your next trip to Animal Kingdom. Enjoy! Little tip in the morning, if you get here and there's a massive queue over there, sneak through Rainforest Cafe, come out the shops at the side, you're right at the turnstiles. If you're going to do the safaris, I strongly recommend you do them either first thing or last thing, because that's when the animals are most active. Otherwise, you're not going to see very much. Now, there is a better seat and a worse seat. And you'll see, no matter which seat you're in, but if you're on the left-hand side of the vehicle, you will see more animals than on the right. So, either if you want to see them, or if you got little kiddos, put the little kiddos on the left so they can see properly. Get a better view. Now, if you're traveling solo, or if you're in a group and you don't mind being split up, you could consider the single rider line. Now, there's only one attraction here that always has a single rider, and that is Expedition Everest. They do occasionally put a single rider on Avatar, and if they do, use it, because, you know, that ride always has a massive queue or you pay money for it. So, if you don't mind being on your own, go do that. This next one is a general tip for all the Disney parks. If you are staying on site and it's not a day like today, because today's cloudy, if it's a day where it is the typical Florida heat, why not come for early access, because you stay on site, spend a couple hours and then go back to your hotel, chill for a little bit, avoid the heat and the busy period, and then come back to the parks in the evening. Relax. Is this park worth getting Genie Plus? That's a tricky one, because I would normally say no, and I had no intentions of buying it, but I did. However, it's a small park, there's only maybe 5 or 6 attractions in here, so if you're prepared to stand in a queue, you're fine. There are some big queues though, so Avatar, Navi, they are all massive. What I've done is I've got a multi-park Genie Plus, because I reckon I'll be done here in a couple hours, and then I can head off to Epcot, spend the rest of the day there using Genie Plus over there. So, should you get Genie Plus for this park alone? Probably not. If you're prepared to wait, you don't need it. If you're going to do multiple parks though, might be one to consider. One thing to note, you are allowed to bring your own food in here. However, because of the animals, they do not allow you to bring straws. Although I'm not sure they check your bag thoroughly enough. But they don't want you to bring straws, so don't do that. Okay, so all the Disney parks, a bit like most parks back in the UK, if they say a close time, what they mean is that's when the queues close. So take, for example, tonight, Epcot, I think closes at 9, this park closes 7-ish? Closes at 7, I can sneak into a queue at 6:59, get that last ride, even if I'm in that queue for an hour. So make sure that you get your last rides, maximise your day, and yeah, get extra rides in at the end of the night. Well, I was going to give you a tip around photos. All of the 4 of the Disney parks have a super zoom shot, which is fantastic. Basically, starts off really close, zooms right the way out, and then zooms back in again. We got the one in Magic Kingdom and the one in Hollywood Studios. There's meant to be one right here beside Everest in Animal Kingdom, and no member of staff. Nobody here. It said it should open at 11. It did not. It does also say subject to change. I'm pretty sure when I was here 2 years ago I had the exact same problem. So in theory, there's a super zoom here. In practice, there might not be. Check the app, come over, see if there's anybody here, because it is worth it if you can do it. Now, most people think Animal Kingdom, small park, shuts early, I'll hit that up in the morning, do rope drop, and then I'll move to another park. I've done that, but you might want to consider doing it the other way around and hitting up another park first and then come here later, because most people will do what I've just said, and so later in the day people disappear to other parks. This one will get quieter. Plus, if you're here in the winter, because this park does close early because of the animals, but if you're here in the winter, it's dark before the park closes and you see the tree lit up, you see Avatar lit up, it's spectacular. So winter, hit this park up later in the day, but even generally, maybe don't make it your first park of the day. This park has a couple of great shows that you don't want to miss out on either. It's got the Nemo show and the Lion King. So, you know, a lot of people, and I've been guilty of this too, come here, do the rides, leave. There's more. There's a lot more. So don't miss out on those shows. Here's a tip if you want a photo with the tree, right? Most people walk in the park, they see the massive tree, they go up, they get their photo taken. There's lots of people, there's a queue. Come around the back of the tree, there's less people. And you can see more carbons. That's another thing in this park not to miss out. There is tons of street performers. Fantastic. So make sure if you hear some music, head in that direction. Do not miss out. Make sure you don't miss out on Rafiki's Planet Watch. It's a nice relaxing 7-ish minute train journey around. Perfect for after lunch. Let your food settle. You're going to do other rides. Now you say Animal Kingdom to people and a lot of people will just think Pandora, Everest, Navi River Journey. There's a clue in the name. There's tons of animals here as well. So, you know, don't just come do the rides and leave. Make sure you see all the animals. There's so much to see. Especially those gorillas. They're funny. A little tip if you want to see the gorillas, you will walk to the indoor bit and you will see a massive crowd of people watching the gorillas. Skip past that, come outside, there's more and there's less people. So you see the gorillas and you don't have massive crowds. If like me you have a terrible memory and you can't remember where you parked because, you know, it's a long day. I'm getting old. The app has you covered. You go in the app, there is a car locator, and you can record what row you were in. So at the end of the day, if you forgot, you're full of one. One final tip that I forgot to say when I was in the park, and if you travel a lot, you probably already know this, but just in case you don't, some places will ask you if you want to pay in local currency or your own currency. So in my case, we just get asked, do you want to pay in pounds or dollars? Always, always, always pay in the local currency. Otherwise, you'll get ripped off twice by the bank. So in my case, always pay dollars, never pay pounds. This park is deceptively small, but hopefully you've seen there is tons and tons to do in this park. If you get any more tips, please leave them in the comments below for others. If you've enjoyed this, hit that like button, share it with a friend. Also trying to hit 10k subs, so smash the subscribe button for me. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad. See you in the next one.